Welcome back everybody. We are here for the 5th round of the 1950 Formula 1 season, and one of the biggest races of the season is about to get underway. We are here at Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix, at the time the fastest circuit in Europe. Nestled in the Ardennes countryside, the track opened in 1921 as an 8.5 mile long circuit using public roads which connected the towns and villages of Bernaville, Malmedy, Master, Stavelot and of course Francorchamps. With this however came extreme danger, and Spa was considered as the most dangerous racing circuit of them all. Such obstacles include telegraph poles, fencing, houses, parked cars, walls, trees and spectators, which all await any driver who makes even the smallest of mistakes, and each corner is a fast technical challenge which can test even the best drivers. Last week for the Swiss Grand Prix at Bremgarten, we saw a tight battle between myself and Alberto Ascari, and the title fight is really hotting up now, and anything can happen in the next half hour. So let's go and take a look at the starting grid for this, the 1950 Belgian Grand Prix. So in pole position it is myself, after getting the win at the Swiss Grand Prix. So how it works is, if you say you win race 1, you will be starting on pole for race 2. That's how it works on the series, and that's how it's going to be. Alberto Ascari is in second, with Alain Prost just behind him in third, Jim Clark in fourth, Sebastian Vettel in fifth, who's just announced his retirement, Emerson Fittipaldi in sixth, Max Verstappen in seventh. We don't actually have any Belgian drivers on the grid. Max Verstappen technically is Belgian, so it's a home race for him. Ayrton Senna in 8th, Nigel Mansell in 9th, Nico Rosberg in 10th, Mika Häkkinen in 11th, Jackie Stewart, who had a really horrible crash here at Spa back in during his career, nearly cost him his life. He starts at 12th, Fernando Alonso in 13th, Juan Manuel Fangio in 14th, Jenson Button in 15th, Niki Lauda in 16th, and then the last four, Michael Schumacher, Graham Hill, Kimi Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. So just before we get things started, let's remind ourselves of what the top 5 of the standings look like going into this, the 5th round. Obviously myself topping the current table with 26 points. However, Alberto Ascari's had a recent really good run of form lately and is currently second with 18 points. So a win for him and no points scored by myself could mean him going to the top of the table if it goes that way. Kimi Raikkonen, who had a great start to the season, who's had a tough couple of races, is currently in third with 14 points. Just behind him is the legend that is Jim Clark with 10 points, and in 5th place Lewis Hamilton with 8 points, who starts dead last for this race. There's plenty more point scorers that are not on this list, but we'll see that at the end of the race. So we expect this to be the best race of the season, and we've been looking forward to this for a very long time, ever since we got this season started. Not only that, but we expect a few crashes along the way, not just me but also with other drivers as well. It's going to be hectic. There's only 5 laps to be completed for this race, but don't let that deter you. This is going to be some race. So strap yourself in and let's get into this. So here we are on the grid then, Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix, and I couldn't be more nervous. This is probably one of the only races I can do in sim, especially in VR, which really does get my heart going. And it's not so bad in cars like this, but for some of the cars such as the Lotus 49, sort of late 60s era of racing, that's something really just incredible. And if you haven't done that, even if you're not really interested in the older Formula 1, please go and just try it out, because it is just something to experience, and it's the closest we'll get to experiencing what these drivers went through back in the day. It's not exactly it, but yeah, it's the closest we'll get. But here we are right at the front. We're starting on pole position, even though pole position doesn't really mean much, clearly. As you can see, we've got Alberto Ascari right next to me and Alan Prost right next to him. And then as we turn around, see the rest of the grid all there. I've also updated the AI line for this track, as it seemed there was a lot of issues with the AI line previously when I've been racing here, especially down this straight. Coming down from La Source, a lot of cars seem to verge to the left and hit the wall and then crash into each other. I have done a test race. It seems to have eradicated that issue, but we're still expecting a hectic race here today, and I'm sure we might see a few more retirements along the way. So yeah, so I think we should just get on with this. 5 laps, let's go. Okay then, here we go. Belgian Grand Prix, Spa. Flag's about to go. And here we go. I got off to a bad start. Prost and Ascari are already ahead of me, and whoever this is. Follow them ever so slowly. Don't want any crashes at this time. I think this is Sebastian Vettel actually. Alright, we kept third as we approached the Kemmel curves, but so far not a great start. And Prost has already taken the lead as well. And Jackie Stewart is out, he is retired. I wonder if there's a crash behind me. We'll see that later on, why he retired. I expect there was a collision between 2 cars at the bottom of Air Rouge, but who knows, as we go into the area known as Bernaville. Probably one of the fastest sections of this track. Now on the left you don't want to be going off there because there is a ditch and it will send your car flying. Normally I'll be into 4th, but going to keep this gentle for this first lap. You don't want anything bad to happen. As anything is possible as we're going side by side with Alberto Ascari as we go into Malmedy. And we take 2nd place. Crucial for the championship. But he's still there. I'm just about to see him in my mirror. As we head into the Master Straights, which is interrupted in the middle by the Master Kink, the most dangerous corner of them all. Up into 4th gear now. Tremendous speed. Probably the fastest we're ever going to experience on this series, or well, for this season. And this is the Master Kink. Take it real slow for now. If we have to use speed, we've got Alberto Ascari right behind me. Right on my behind. There he is. Our title rival. Who did compete in this race in 1950, finished 7th. So not great, but not terrible. Still just about spotted him in those awful mirrors. Honestly, I cannot wait for next season when I've got a car, I know which car, when I've got a car which actually has mirrors, that actually function as mirrors. Because these are crap. Just saying. And look at what I was saying in the intro, just telegraph poles, fences, people, there's these marshals on the side of the track guarded by a wooden post. Like that's going to stop an Alfa Romeo hitting it at 160 odd mile an hour. Alberto Ascari is still in my mirror. Ah, this is nerve-wracking. But of course we need to defend from Ascari, but also try and catch up to Alan Prost in front. He seems to be doing quite well up there. Oop. Probably shouldn't do that there. See, despite how difficult it is to race here, it's still one of my favourite races to do. I think this is the most used track I have on this game. I think I've done about 2,000 kilometres on this track alone. More than any other track. It might be more than that. I should have really checked before doing this video. As we go into La Source, see all the other cars on my right. There they are. As we complete the first lap, and in second place. So, oh, that's surprising. Emerson Fittipaldi is actually in third place. Our driver who gave us the biggest problem at the Indy 500 is probably chasing me down again, but it's going to take me about 4 minutes to know if that's true or not. But obviously we'll find out if he does overtake me. So I'm actually quite surprised we've only had one retirement already, and that's Jackie Stewart. I didn't have a look at see the if there's any skid marks on the road. That would be the telltale sign of what happened. But oh well. So seems to be a few glitches now with the grass. I never noticed that before, but then again, I haven't actually never really had to physically look behind me to see what's going on. Normally I've got some working mirrors. Bernaville once again. This saw a couple of horrible accidents in the 1960 Belgian Grand Prix, if you want to look that up. But that'll be covered in my upcoming documentary, which is still being made. I'm still making it. Don't you worry, that's not going anywhere. And obviously Sterling Moss. But yeah, horrible corner. And you know, in hindsight, yeah, a horrible track. But it served its purpose. People raced here, and that's what it was. It's a racetrack. I love those little details as well. The stopped traffic. I don't know. You're trying to get home, and then, unlike a train crossing where you wait a couple of minutes, the train goes by, and then the gates lift. Here you'd be waiting 3.5 hours. As that was the length of the Grand Prix back then. See, the immersion you get of driving this car in VR, it's just amazing. I do feel very much exposed. And that's Nico Rosberg out. So another one out of this race. He was actually doing quite well, I think. I have no idea. I know he started quite high up, but yeah, he's out now. That's 2 retirements already. Still got 3 laps to do. Still a long way to go, of course. Alan Prost is still ahead of me. I've actually got free practice on the Hungarian Grand Prix going on in the background. You can't hear it. I've muted it, obviously, but yeah, I was going to record this after that, but nothing really happened. Fair, actually. Yeah, nothing's happening. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Such an idiot. I know there's a red flag. That's all I know. Just before I started recording. See, I feel like I'm not catching up on Prost. And he's my teammate as well, obviously. But since there was no constructors championship, we're not doing any championship for them as well, like a team's championship. That will start in 1959, but I don't know whether we're doing that season or not. I'm not revealing it now. We might, we might not. Even though I do know what seasons we're doing. Well, the next 5, I think. So, and I really cannot wait. It's going to be great. I mean, I'm really enjoying this series so much. I was actually really looking forward to recording this video. And the next few as well. It's going to be really good fun. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of the races that we're going to be doing. And especially this one. I love Spa. So Emerson Fittipaldi is 5.5 seconds behind me, so he isn't necessarily a threat. But I'm visibly closer to Alan Prost than I was previously. But yeah, I'm really hoping you're enjoying the series as well. I'm actually pleased to see quite a few people watching it, and the viewing numbers are I'm really happy with. Seem to get a really good response from you guys, so I appreciate that a whole lot. And long may this series continue. I know I might change a few things about this channel soon, but this series is definitely going to be staying, and it's going to be you know, continuing right up to the latest season of Formula 1. That's a definite. And maybe some spin-off seasons as well. Maybe we'll do like a sports car season, like a vintage sports car season. Maybe a couple of Grand Prix seasons as well, as we're coming right up to Malmedy. We might be able to get the overtake on Prost before Master, but I had a bit of bad exit there, couldn't find my gear. Come on now. I've no idea where Alberto Ascari is on the table, well, in this race. As we use the slipstream, this could be actually a bad thing. We'll move to the left and just brake slightly early, because I know what can happen if you take that too fast. It's not a place you want to just go diving into, trust me. So many times I've got it wrong, so many times I've just gone flying off and into someone's bedroom window. See, the problem is with this car, the only issue that I have is this windshield. Because my eye line is directly on the top of this windshield. So sometimes I'm trying to look at a car and there's just a line through it. But, and also, I don't know if you noticed, but the thing actually shows through the steering wheel. It's really strange. It shows up on replays as well. It's really annoying. But see, I've pointed that out now, and you're not going to be able to unsee it. And most of the time I don't really notice it, because obviously I'm looking at the road, but yeah. But everything else about this mod is great. Come on, get into gear, thank you. We could potentially get the overtake here. I feel like I've got a good exit. If we stick behind it, we'll pick up that beautiful slipstream. And there we go, here we go. But then again, this is a horrible place to overtake, due to this being extremely fast. Oh no, lost it. I was a bit of a wimp then. Got my line horribly wrong, and I just knew I'd either take myself out, take Prost out, or take us both out, or vice versa. You know, anything could have happened then, but crash avoided. I'm gonna lift off for, I think it's Clubhouse Corner, I think that's what it is. It's where the modern day bus stop chicane is. Ooh. Ooh. Do you mind? Do you mind? Oh dear. Here we go. I thought that was me. I thought... So it's the issue of having to turn down the volume. I thought that was me reaching the rev limiter there, but no. Slow down, Jack. Oh. It's okay. So Emerson Fittipaldi is 8 seconds and we've taken the lead. But most importantly, can we hold on? It's still very close. No idea where he is. Okay, we have taken the lead for the Belgian Grand Prix. Now we can kind of push. But I have no idea where he is. I cannot see him. Did he crash? Oh no, he's still there. There he is. Right. With another lap to go, we've taken the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. We've just got to hold on. It seems like Prost has been very consistent. So if I make a mistake, it's probably going to be curtains. It's very easy to make a mistake here, I've done it plenty of times. Nice place to eat there. Jesus, I'm properly leaning out then. Here we go. I don't know why I got the habit of shifting down from manually. I think it comes from driving the older, well, I'll say the older, but like the 1960s F1 cars, we come down at such high speed, and I want to get a good exit, so that's what I do. It's not that necessary for this car, because I'm not going as fast, obviously. Alright, Master, once again. Just look at that. It's wonderful. See guys, just you wait till we reach like the 1960s. It's gonna be so fun. We'll have trucks like this and Monza, Watkins Glen, loads of different tracks that are just so fun and fast. I can't see Alan Prost in my mirror. So we might be in the clear for now. Oh, clip grass sitting on our way in. That could have been dangerous. Oh. So how's your afternoons then? Been nice. Obviously we've got the Hungarian Grand Prix earlier. I don't know how it went because obviously I'm recording this before that. But what a race that was. God, wow. See, that could age really badly. Me saying that. I really hope it doesn't. And obviously the Euros. Women's Euros. I'm going to say it now as an Englishman. Well done England for winning the Euros. Everything I say can come back to haunt me. Right. So far so good. I love leaning. It makes no difference to my car's performance because obviously this is not real. But still fun to do. There's Alain Prost, is still quite way away from here. That's probably about 5 seconds. Yeah, I was right. So, on to the final lap now. There he is. He's at the bottom of Air Rouge now. See, sometimes I'm going to say this as we're in the lead, but sometimes with the amount of races I've done here, sometimes it feels like, okay, you know, if you're in second or whatever, and you're chasing a car, this is just kind of to this game really. Not really appropriate for any other game, but it seems like a lot of times when I'm chasing another car in a race, and it's a really tough chase, you know, it's not easy. I'm just sort of shaving off tenths every lap. Not really getting tremendously close, but then eventually you catch up and you make the overtake, but then all of a sudden the car you've just overtaken, it's just like melted away. They're so, oh god, they're so slow. See, that's the dangers of Bernaville. We could really just get it completely wrong, but luckily that time we weren't going too fast. But yes, just ebb away and really slow down. I don't know if anyone else sort of noticed that. Seems the same's happened to Prost, but it doesn't happen. I mean, yeah, it happens quite a lot, but sometimes that doesn't happen. I overtake somebody and then they just but they're still there, they're still challenging, still fighting to come back. But no, I would say 90% of the time, my criticism of the AI in this game, they just give up. Every time you make an overtake, they don't fight. And I really wish one day someone makes a mod or whatever with just improved AI. That's really what I would wish from this game, that, you know, the AI would just be so much better. Because it just really is just not great, is it? And I've tried various different formulas to get the AI into, you know, a challenging position, but most of the time it's just not challenging. But even then, I found out different cars could just produce different racing, obviously, but different kind of AI behaviour. In cars like this, it's, you know, it's not that hard to win races. But at the same time, if you drive, say, a grid of Lotus 49s, it's really difficult. And the same if you want to drive the Ferrari F2004, again, it's really difficult to win a race. It's not just really easy. Oh shit. Oh no. Sorry. But yeah, it's not easy. And but then you go and drive the McLaren MP4-4, the one from VRC or ASR, I forgot. But and then again you get the same issue. You overtake somebody and they just give up. And each race is just extremely winnable. But again, yeah, that's just my feelings around it, because I don't just want to win races really easily. I mean, this one's sort of in the middle. That was quite difficult to keep up with Prost, but eventually got him and overtook him, obviously. But yeah, satisfying. Alright, last source for the final time. Oh no, Emerson Fittipaldi is right behind me. But that shouldn't be an issue. As we make our way down to the finishing line, the checkered flag is waving for me once again. And there we go. First place. It's victory for me, the Belgian Grand Prix. And what a way to do it. That was really, really good fun. And Alain Prost in second. I didn't expect that. I thought Emerson Fittipaldi was behind me, but I was mistaken. But yeah, guys, that was the 1950 Belgian Grand Prix. So let's go and have a look at what the finishing positions were and have a look at the table. Let's go and check them out. Well, guys and girls, that was an interesting race, wasn't it? I quite enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. And of course, another win for me. And I think at this stage, it's pretty certain that the championship will be going to me. But we'll see. Anything can happen. We've still got 4 races left of this season, and yeah, the next couple are going to be quite difficult, I assume, because I've been there before and I know what they're like. But anyway, so the finishing positions then, obviously me in first place, and obviously we'll be getting an extra point for the fastest lap once again. Alain Prost in second, and Emerson Fittipaldi getting his first podium of the season, and also his first points finishing position. The title contender, Alberto Ascari, finishing 4th and only gaining 3 points from that race. Very disappointing, and that can definitely have some huge ramifications come the end of the season. Mika Hakkinen returns to points in 5th place, and Fernando Alonso in 6th as well, but 6th place didn't account for anything back then. Ayrton Senna in 7th, Juan Manuel Fangio in 8th, Kimi Räikkönen back up there in 9th, Max Verstappen in 10th, Jenson Button in 11th, Michael Schumacher in 12th, Graham Hill 13th, Lewis Hamilton had quite a good race there and finished 14th, Jim Clark extremely disappointing, 15th after starting, let me just double check, he started in 4th to 15th in one race. That's just awful, isn't it? He must have had some sort of collision or whatever. Maybe he was involved in the first lap time with Jackie Stewart, but we'll find out soon. I haven't actually seen the replays yet whilst I'm recording that. I should really. Something I need to improve on. Sebastian Vettel in 16th, Nicky Lauda in 17th, Nigel Mansell, Jackie Stewart and Nico Rosberg were the retirements, and they'll be starting at the back of the grid for the next race. So let's have a look at the standings as well. So there we are, topping the standings with 34 points myself, currently seemingly running away with the title, but like I said, anything can change in Formula 1. Alberto Ascari, who didn't only scored 3 points from that race with 21, but still retains a 2nd place on the grid. Once again, Kimi Räikkönen not scoring any points, but still retains 3rd with 14. Alain Prost now has 12 points to his name and moves up to 4th in the standings, whilst Jim Clark drops down to 5th, and Lewis Hamilton in 6th with 8 points, and the rest is as you can see there. And of course, Emerson Fittipaldi, scoring his first points of the season, moves up into the table and joins the drivers who have been the best so far this year. But anyways guys, so that was the 1950 Belgian Grand Prix for the historic F1 series, and I really hope you enjoyed that. I mean, it didn't really have that many memorable moments, did it? But it was still just really captivating. Like, I had to really concentrate for most of that race. That's why I didn't really, come out with so much enthusiasm. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and we will be returning to Spa, well, this version of Spa, many times over the next few seasons of this series. And yeah, so next week we are at Ramsgare for the French Grand Prix, a super duper high speed circuit located in northern France. It's basically a triangle. If you didn't know what it was, it's basically a triangle, basically 3 braking zones, and the rest of it is just full power all the way, and just tip-top terminal velocity the entire way. And I haven't really had much success there in the past, but it's going to be a very, very good race. I think it's going to be one of the faster of the races this year, so make sure you tune in for that at the same time, 6 o'clock on Sunday. Actually, no, it might be 5 o'clock, but I'm not too sure yet. It's definitely going to be Sunday. So yeah, tune in Sunday evening for the French Grand Prix at Ramsgare. And like I said, if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to this channel. I'm really happy seeing it slowly grown, and yeah, seeing a lot more views coming from lots of different people from all aspects of YouTube. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. This is the probably one of the worst sim racing channels on YouTube. I don't mean that. I'm happy the way I am. Anyways, and also if you want to suggest something to this series, if you think there's something I should like improve or introduce, then do let me know in the comments. So I'm open to suggestions and seeing how I could improve this for you and, you know, the viewers and stuff like that. So yeah, if there's anything you want to say, then leave a comment and obviously share as well. And yeah, so have a good rest of your evening or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. We will be planning a couple of midweek uploads, but yeah, so we'll see you whenever they will be. And take care. See you later.